Though Hannah Gutierrez has been convicted and sentenced, though her motion for new trial has been denied, her motion for release has been denied, and she is going to be sentenced October 7th on her other charge of carrying a firearm into a liquor establishment, which happened during the filming of Rust, but before the fatal shooting of Helena Hutchins on October 21st on the set of Rust. This case is still not done. Why? Bowles has filed a notice of appeal. That appeal has not been filed yet. So now that we're done with the new trial motion and the new trial motion and dismissal has been denied, Bowles can choose to either appeal that ruling on the new trial motion, which I don't think would be well taken because the standard for the court is quite high to review that, or Bowles can choose to go on with the rest of his appeal, which is your more typical appeal that, hey, in trial, the court ruled this and they shouldn't, and this was allowed in and it shouldn't be. So there's a full appeal motion that's been noticed and will be waiting. So will this case go up on appeal? Yes. Will Bowles choose to appeal the denial of the motion for new trial? He might, and that means there will be two motions going forward, both the appeal of the trial and then the appeal of the denial of the motion for new trial. So you could end up with two, you could end up with one. We'll see what Bowles chooses to do going forward, but this case is not done. Though Hannah was sentenced to 18 months, and by the time the appeal is decided, will probably be done serving her time in custody. I imagine that Hannah will also have to do some probationary time after she is released from custody on her agreed upon plea deal on the carrying a firearm into a licensed liquor establishment. So that is what we are going to be looking for in this case, but we are not done with the Rust matters. Remember, as to Baldwin's case, the matter of Carrie Morrissey, the prosecutor, asking the court to reconsider the dismissal, even though no law was cited, is still pending. And we have seen a scathing response from Baldwin's lawyers, but the court has not set a date for hearing and has not ruled on that and has not just thrown out Carrie's motion. So we are still waiting to see what happens on the motion for reconsideration in the Baldwin case. On a very personal level, I think the court has all of the room to throw the motion out as it has no legal standing or grounds. I really want it to go to oral argument, just selfishly. I want to see that oral argument. I want to see Spyro and Carrie Morrissey hash it out one more time. I'm fascinated. Will that happen? I don't know. Will the court entertain oral argument for these attorneys? Possibly. Does the court have to? No, they don't. So that's what's still going on in Rust. Plus, there is still a fleet of civil lawsuits that are underway. So we are definitely not done with Rust, but it should slow down in what's being filed to the point that we are checking in less frequently on this case because the litigation is going to move more slowly. And I imagine now that the criminal cases are resolved, we will start seeing some more movement in the civil cases. Most of those are going to go through insurance for the companies that were involved in all of this and not so much dealing with the individuals, Baldwin, Gutierrez, and what have you. It's going to deal a lot with the insurance company for Baldwin's production company and what have you. For deep dives into the stories that I covered here, you can find them on my YouTube channel at The Emily D. Baker and The Emily Show podcast. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. The podcast goes live on Wednesdays. And if you want to stay in the loop with everything I'm doing, receive the fastest notifications out there, and get more Law Nerd community, join me at lawnerdapp.com, our free app for iOS and Android.